Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute wholesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth on aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafuru.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is brand news, where we'll bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of advertising, marketing, and communication in Nigeria and around the world. Now on brand news. Publisher of the foremost Nigerian's marketing and brand-centric magazine Marketing Edge, Mr. John Ajayi, has backed the prestigious Media Icon Award of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ. The highly cerebral professional who has canvassed the media industry for decades was recognized alongside other veteran journalists and media owners at the maiden edition of the annual milestone recognition of media icons in Nigeria, which held at the Moses Center in Ikon, Lagos. Speaking on the rationale behind the award, president of the NUJ said the journalists are seldom recognized and least celebrated despite their immense contributions to national development.
It is a rare privilege working with such wonderful set of professionals. The honor does not involve the winner submitting an entry. What makes it special is knowing that we have carefully studied the roles played by these eminent Nigerians over the years in the development of the profession. The recipients note this fact that somebody somewhere had taken due cognizance of your efforts, initiatives, and work. This is indeed our token of appreciation to you. Obviously, you've withstood the test of time in the midst of the obvious challenges, economic challenges that have continued to stare us in the face. Take it to the bank that we indeed appreciate your efforts.
I feel highly excited and I give glory to God for today. It's been a very tough journey, but again, it's been a very exciting journey. I feel particularly excited to have pioneered brand journalism in Nigeria. Today, it has been accepted, it has contributed massively to developing the integrated marketing communications in Nigeria. And so much so, those who gave me the opportunity as a young reporter then, they were here today, recognized, I was recognized along with them, and give God glory. It's a great thing. I take it very seriously.
To enable brands to optimize their untapped potential and advertising opportunities inherent in airport advertising, AirPower Limited, one of the top outdoor advertising companies in Nigeria, has galvanized industry stakeholders to seek actionable steps to accelerate the growth of airport advertisement. Speaking at a workshop which has the theme Optimizing Consumer and Brand Engagement, the managing director of AirPower, Felix Eyikweme, while giving his welcome address, said the company's focus is to provide the IMC industry and companies a niche market to leverage their brands and optimize marketing efforts. Dr. Ken Ikpe, the immediate past group chief executive officer of Insight Redefini, and Alaji Sadiku, director of commercial and business development FAN, represented by Mr. Udi, the general manager, gave in-depth review of the impact of airport advertisement on brand positioning and national development.
What happens in the ecosystem of the airport is no different from what happens in advertising concern everywhere else. And also, talking about the public too, the responsibility of the public is to make sure the advertising facility, the airport facility, as it were, is maintained at such a premiumness so that the advertising value will be at a right point.
At the airport, what you are selling is experience. So you must sell an environment that somebody that can relax the nerves. You know, it's not just visibility you are selling anymore. It's not awareness. You are selling an experience, and people are ready to buy experience and relate with the experience far more than you are selling something that just gives you attention, interest, desire. you know. So one part of it is the opportunity to advertise. The other part of it is what is hosting the advertising, because the medium itself is the message.
Different brands, all categories of brands, could be displayed at the airports. The only thing is knowing the strategic position where such brands can be displayed to attract the kind of customers and clients that one would want to attract.
Youth Empowering Non-for-Profit Organization and Africa's largest high school entrepreneurship competition, Junior Achievement Africa, has concluded the 12th edition of its Company of the Year Awards, with Zimbabwe Hekima Incorporated emerging overall winner. The JA Africa Company of the Year competition is Africa's premier pitch competition for high school youth who have completed the flagship JA Company program. These youth compete in teams to demonstrate resilience and innovation in dealing with global challenges and develop businesses that generate wealth.
It's been a challenging few years because of the pandemic. So this is the first physical competition we've had in 3 years. And the students really impressed us. They completely just blew us out with the innovation, the problem solving. We gave them a challenge that they should attempt to be change makers by solving some of the global challenges facing us across the world, and not just in Africa: climate change, food shortage, and they really delivered. They answered, they more than met the challenge. It was very tough for the judges to choose the winners, but as you saw tonight, everybody went home with at least one prize.
So I'm feeling very excited. It's an honor to win this award. It's an honor to be able to represent Africa at the global competitions to be held sometime next year.
We're really excited because it was really shocking winning some of these awards, but we worked really hard, and even though we were second, we're still really excited, and we're very proud of Zimbabwe for their accomplishment, and we pray they win in the global challenge.
Well, that was brand news. Next is branding focus after this break.
Esther, you're late again. Esther?
She's a wandering light in the darkness. She's beautiful. Oh, she's a superstar.
Morning, Esther.
She never let her mama down. She's beautiful. She know they fear. She know they ever got a hand for her.
No phones at the table, please. Esther. I love you too.
Got everything? Don't forget I'll pick you at 4.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome to the Glow Festival of Joy. It's a celebration like no other, with prizes like no other. 20 new houses to be won, 24 brand new cars, 200 sewing machines, 100 generators, 1,000 rechargeable fans. It's raining Giddy Bump prizes this season in the Glow Festival of Joy promo. Dial *611# to enter and grab your share of prizes in this celebration of a lifetime. It can only be Glow. Glow Festival of Joy promo. Dial *611# now.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea. Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now on Brand in Focus. In the disruptive ad industry, there's always a battle for brand marketers to fight in their perennial efforts to maximize return on investment. With connected TV, CTV, and over-the-top OTT advertising emerging as a key driver of digital advertising growth during the pandemic, the stakes couldn't be higher for marketers. It should no longer be okay to have no idea whether a brand's ad is even played on screen, let alone grabbing strong attention. In order for brands to become more confident about where their money is going, they must first revamp the antiquated measurement paradigm. The primary brand KPI to measure video ad performance has been the video completion rate VCR. However, in an increasingly mobile-centric world, users all too often trigger ads easily as video messages play partially at best or entirely off-screen at worst. This dynamic renders VCR antiquated and irrelevant. The fundamental questions are, why should a brand pay more for an unviewable mobile ad when they certainly wouldn't get out their wallets for a billboard ad hidden behind a large tree? What about using the fully on-screen rate for 50% duration metric to measure the percentage of impressions where 100% of pixels are in view for at least half of the video duration? By orders of magnitude, this standard captures viewer attention and engagement in a more accurate way than VCR ever could. Conveniently, this metric is already widely available via leading measurement third parties like DoubleVerify, IAS, and Oracle Mott, which allow for scalable integrated measurement and is the only way for advertisers to effectively measure video ad campaign performance in a meaningful and consistent way regardless of partners or ad networks. The good news is that fully on-screen ad formats where 100% of the pixels are in view for the entire ad duration are coming to the fore. These formats are non-intrusive, allowing users the option to close an ad easily, which has previously not been the case.
Well, that was Brand in Focus. Next is Industry Conversation, where we have interactions with men and women who have made great impact in the business of brand management. Well, this week we'll be speaking with the CEO of iContent, Mr. Adeniyi Ganiyu, after this break.
Welcome to the Glow Festival of Joy. It's a celebration like no other, with prizes like no other. 20 new houses to be won, 24 brand new cars, 200 sewing machines, 100 generators, 1,000 rechargeable fans. It's raining Gidigba prices this season in the Glow Festival of Joy promo. Dial *611# to enter and grab your share of prizes in this celebration of a lifetime. It can only be Glow. Glow Festival of Joy promo. Dial *611# now.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV, where we have interactions with men and women who have been at the forefront of the strategic positioning and promotion of brands. Well, today we have with us the CEO of iContent, Mr. Adeniyi Ganiyu. So pleased to have you on Industry Conversation.
Yeah, nice having me here.
Such a pleasure. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So I would like to hear your assessment of the out-of-home advertising ecosystem in recent times.
Yeah, thank you. OAH is evolving. You know, I joined the family, some years back. Precisely 2007, and I walk through the ladder, and where we are, I can conveniently tell you the involvement of OAH in Nigeria from the era of 46 sheets, the era of 48 sheets, and thereabout. Unipol, used to be, the iconic thing back then, but over the years, we've have a number of transformation in terms of, innovation and in terms of bringing new things into OOH, and right now we are in a, digital era, and, the involvement have actually moved from how the board looks like. So we are looking at, the shape, the environment, and particularly how consumers, actually engage or look at, OOH rather than business as usual. So there are a lot of innovative ideas coming up, there are a lot of disruptive ideas coming up, and I can conveniently tell you that OOH Nigeria is comfortably competing with, other OOH in other climes of the world, and but we still have a lot to do. And we are on ground to make that happen. And Eye Contact is part of the company, few companies around to change, the paradigm and, to be able to prove to the world that we can come up with an iconic and disruptive idea that can compete with, any structure in the world. Yeah, we are evolving and we'll definitely get there.
Okay, you spoke about innovation and disruption. Can you identify the major shift in that sector?
So we are being challenged by clients, so to say, from, time to time, the advertiser themselves are telling you that, oh, we are bored with this, coming to us every time with Unipol, with 48 sheets, with this. So they are challenging us actually that we need something, we need to see something, new. And if you look around now, you'll see digital billboard with a very exceptional shape. Because when you talk of disruption and innovation, it has to be with your location, the shape of the board, then the what make it iconic in terms of structure as a structure, okay. And then when you look around, you see that we have moved away from rectangle, because in the past what you see around is a rectangle portrait, whatever. So you can see an oval board now. You can see a 360. Eye Contact happened to be the company that brought in a complete circular LED board in West Africa. It was done at Lekki roundabout. Before then, people be like, it's not possible. How is it going to be done? How is it going to look like? So it's part of innovation. So we are looking at coming up with different shapes, coming up with, location that people think that this is not possible. Okay, so those are the steps we are making in trying to, do something differently. And like I said, we are there. But we still have a lot to do.
With all of the things that you say your company is doing to create more innovation in the industry, how is technology enabling that to happen? We see that the COVID-19 had a devastating impact on your business because people were meant to stay at home than having to be on the streets. How did you cope with that phase, and what did you learn? And how did technology enable innovation to thrive?
So, yeah, I like, thank you for that question. Every sector of, every business and every sector have their own challenges. Okay, one of the challenges always has globally is because you have to be out there. That's from the word outdoor. You have to be out there. It's not indoor, And we were one of the worst hit sector during the COVID era because people are indoor, they are now out there. So we have to stop all hard, client has to stop all hard. There's no two ways to it, okay? But thinking about technology, thinking about what we can do, to ameliorate such a situation if it happens in future, is that we are thinking, in line of partnering, moving OOH into the digital stream, that, you know, I have, for example, I have my own Instagram channel. I have Facebook channel, so we can move all my assets into all those channels and pull a lot of followership that can still have access one way or the other into the asset I have out there, you know, streaming it live and changing concept and all that. We are thinking in that line, and I think it's going to help. It's going to help us in bridging that gap of people not being out. When they are in, they don't see your heart. So we are thinking in that line. And like you said, technology is the bedrock of everything. It's the only thing that can drive all those things. And people are investing heavily into that area to see how we can take advantage of that, you know, to solve some of all these, you know, seeming challenges that period like that can give us.
So aside the COVID-19 pandemic challenge, are there other challenges that you would like to speak to us about?
There are a lot, like I said, every sector of, you know, every sector in advertising have their own, you know, have their own challenges. Always challenges are there, and they are known to practitioners, okay? And the biggest of it is regulation. Okay, the biggest of it is regulation. There are the policy around, you know, the policy. Some of the policies around OOH are not really regulated, so to say. You know, you have, if you move from Lagos to Ibadan, you know, what operates in Ibadan? I mean, in Lagos, not operate in Ibadan. You move from Ibadan to Port Harcourt, you meet another, you know, you meet new set of rules you have to. So there's no uniform regulation as regards OOH, and it's not helping business. It's not helping us to plan. Okay, and based on our nation of our business, when advertisers engage you, you know, because when they're breaking an account, everything has to go along together, 360. Once the radio is on, and the TV is on, and then the newspaper is on, OOH has to follow suit because everything has to complement one another. But in terms of regulation, we find it very difficult. Before you get approval, even if you get approval, if you want to move to sites, another agency will come and say, no, you have to get my approval as well. Another this one will say, no, you think, okay, you have the two, you still have. So all those time, you know, usually affect us to lose a lot of business because advertisers will tell you that we can't wait for you. You know, my campaign is already on TV, it's already on radio. I mean, I can't wait for you. So, guy, they have to take some of those budgets back to those streams. You know, it's really, but I know that the sectoral body, which is HOAN, they are doing a lot of, they are putting a lot of effort to, you know, to mitigate this so that within shortest period of time, you can get your approval and get things done easily. So, regulation is one of major headache. Then secondly, it's for example, from high contact, our core competence is in the area of innovation. We are done with the traditional, you know, the contemporary stuff. We also recently we come to realize that even our landscape in terms of city, the way our cities, you know, are structured, they are not innovation friendly. Okay. What I mean is that when you think of an innovation, you have to struggle to see where to domesticate it. Okay, no park, no major park, no major big park that you can do things, that you can have a big like the one we did at for Mate recently. We struggle to get a space, you know, so it's actually impacting and reducing our vigor in pushing that innovative skill forward because it has to be somewhere for people to see it. Okay, even if you construct it and you do everything, it has to be in the public domain. You have to put it somewhere. So although we are thinking, we are going back to the drawing board to see how we can actually manage that, because it is what it is. We can't reconstruct Lagos overnight. We can't reconstruct Port Harcourt overnight. We can't reconstruct Abuja overnight. So you have to make do with what is on ground right now. So those are some of the challenges we are facing right now, apart from regulations, space, and all that. And finance is, I mean, that affects every sector. I don't need to overemphasize that.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Well, that's the much we can take this week on Marketing Edge on TV. Do well to join us same time next week for the second part of our conversation with the CEO of iContent. I'm Ogalia Bikele Mafuru. See you again.